Hey guys, I'm back and today we are going to talk about on-campus jobs. Like if there is a case that if you the university you are in doesn't have undergrad research program and you're having a hard time finding an internship. So what should you do during that time interval of getting like until you get an internship? What should you do in that time interval? So you should try to find on-campus jobs. So how on-campus job makes a huge impact in your experiences and your skills and everything. For because see, you're going to manage your school and the on-campus job. So it on one hand, it enhances your multitasking capabilities. On the second part, actually makes you confident. On the third part, let's talk about research. For example, like just assume this case that this university doesn't have an undergrad research program and you're having a hard time in finding the internship and you started working as a lab worker. So what does a research consist of? You have to make your own media, you have to make your stuff by yourself. Why? Because you know what they demand. For example, if your media needs special conditions, if your media needs like special attention or time, like, or if they have any special demands. So most of the time while doing your research, scientists prefer making their medias by themselves, like not huge scientists, they have like a whole team doing that for that. But scientists like the budding scientists like us, we have to make our medias by ourselves. So in a lab worker makes like ample amount of media for like a lot of students, and and maybe those experiments might have special demands, so they get an experience that what goes right with what kind of specific media it is. For example, if any media doesn't need to boil, if any media only cannot be autoclaved, or they just need to be like actually be boiled. If I don't know if it makes sense to you, I will repeat it again, that if if a media needs to be boiled only, or if a media is okay by autoclaving it. So these kinds of experiences actually matters when you're actually doing a research. Second part, there is no work that is like lower your status or above your status, because you are a learner and a scientist. Like, what about a lab? If you take like the lowest position, for example, lowest position according to people, that disposal of waste. A scientist should know how to dispose their waste, because in most of the researches it's the responsibility of the scientist to dispose their waste, because these are the people who actually know that what was in the beaker and what is the nature of the material that's inside the beaker. So I feel like doing on campus job is a great hit on your research experiences. The second part, I think that it's really good for your experience, is a lot of time you get a position of like microbial technician or a research assistant. So these positions, yeah, and you can have these positions in undergrad research offering universities, because there are professors who need research assistants. And believe me, my friends, like it's a real good opportunity for you, because you learn a lot. You learn how to like manage, how to plan an experiment, how to budget the experiment, how to know that if it's really worth it or not. And you actually plan what kind of machines you need, what kind of material you needed, like and then you actually defend your choices with your professor, because after every choice after every choice you make, your professor is going to ask you that why you are making that kind of choice. So you need to actually defend your choices, and that's, I feel like, it's a great brain exercise too, and you actually understand that what is going in the whole experiment, if you have any alternative or not. So it's a really good opportunity. Let's think about microbial technicians. These guys are really cool. Like they work in a fast-paced lab, and they which has like the they work in a fast-paced lab which has multi priorities, and that's like awesome because you're managing your school, you're managing a whole lab, and you're managing and planning the experiments, you're planning the timing that which experiment should occur. And there are a lot of times scientists call the microbial technicians to actually asking them for a slot of time because sometimes the labs are so busy, and then the technician actually plan that how the experiment should go on so that it fits with the schedule. Because when you're doing your first research, you cannot have your own lab, you have to work in a public lab, and that works. So working on on campus is also a great experience for your research caliber, because just assume a student A and a student B. For example, a student A has a good GPA, has a good educational profile, but a student B has kind of a moderate profile, education profile, but has done multi jobs, have done multiple on campus jobs, and has a lot of experience and a lot of connections, because when you work you interact and then you make friends, and those friends are from your field, so they actually are really good for your options. Sometimes you discuss your career with them, sometimes you discuss your next plans with them, and that's awesome. And sometimes they recommend you to the other people, they might introduce to other people, so it's a great opportunity for networking, and networking always helps. The other thing I feel because you're going to have this work for the rest of your life, so it actually helps you building confidence, because then you understand that people judgments doesn't matter, because whatever you're doing is important for you. You have to learn that, and if you learn it at early stage, it is going to prove as a great benefit for you. So that's very important. And on campus job, never neglect that option. Sometimes they don't give a good pay, but you know what, when you are at your initial stages, learning is more important than pay, because those learning outcomes can stack up and let you to a good big position in later life. So learning is more important than pay. Money is not that important. It is important, there's no doubt about it, but learning is more important. And if you will look at the cases, for example, that's what I was talking about, that you're always going to do a 9 to 5 job or something. So when you do that stuff in your college life, you actually understand how you're gonna manage it, and I feel it makes you less frustrated when later you do big projects. And I feel you get really you get real efficient in doing multitasking, and I feel every field needs that kind of efficiency and that skill. And the other part is about that student, let's compare it again, student A and B. And because student B has connections, skills, confidence, there are higher chances that the student B is going to do better in the interview, because of all those working experiences, he has actually learned a lot of things. There might be there are things that are theoretical, but when you actually do it practically, it has another kind of challenges: the time, the material, the machinery, the operating importance. There might be chances that you know a whole stuff about a machine, that how it works, what is the principle behind it, but you have never operated it. It makes a huge difference, but the other student know that. So always keep your options open regarding on-campus jobs, because I feel it's a really important and a fun thing when you are not able to find internships. Okay, I think I uploaded a lot of things today, and I will try to upload things regularly, but because of all those dynamicity and all my work, I will let you know, but I will try to upload videos one video every week. Hope this helps, and Do let me know if you have any questions in the comment section, and do let me know if you have any suggestions in the comment section. Thank you. Bye bye.